Welcome. In this tutorial, you will learn how to install Python using miniconda. So you can install Python with miniconda. This is the recommended way. You can install it with Anaconda, not very much recommended. Manually, not recommended at all. And through other apps like Apps Anywhere, and this is also not recommended. So in this tutorial, you will see how to install it with you install miniconda. Miniconda will install Python for you, and then after Python is installed, we're gonna use miniconda to install JupyterLab. JupyterLab, this is an interactive development environment. Like you can think of it as a graphical user interface for Python. So it helps you to interact with Python, write your code, run your code, and document what you are doing, and it has some other feature as well. So let's just start. So you go to like miniconda page. uh, it will like make sure here like you're in miniconda, and then you go to this link. It can skip registration. Here's Anaconda installer. You scroll down to miniconda. uh, this video is for Windows. If you are using Mac or Linux, check other tutorial online on YouTube or elsewhere. This video. So you downloaded it. See, it shouldn't take much time to download because it's like small version of Anaconda. So like you have Miniconda here. Click on it. Shouldn't take much time to install because again that is a lightweight version of Miniconda. Like Anaconda might take 10 minutes, for example. That should take, I would say, let's see how long it will take. So register. Yeah. Okay. So you can. So here you see the installation is kind of. We'll see how quickly it will move, but I will tell you if you are installing Anaconda. See here, this is Miniconda. It will take at least 12 or 13 minutes to install it, and it will take a huge disk space that you don't need basically, because it will install other packages and tools that you might not use. So you just install these packages and tools as you use them. So here I will move this away. Let's just go back to our tutorial here. So we've talked about this. So after the installation, after Miniconda installation is complete, we can go and check our Python version, and then we can install like JupyterLab. JupyterLab, that's very cool interactive development environment because it has two things. It has a markdown cell. Markdown cell is similar to what you see here, where you can, so that's like a markdown cell. That's, for example, like see when I write it, you can have text, you can have video, you can have links, you can have images. So this is written in markdown. So you can basically document your code, and then it has a code cell where you can write your code. So I think the installation is progressing already. See, we took how long it took, like it's about so getting started, like you can finish. So this will like open to get it started and welcome and so on and so forth. But let's just go here now to our what we have here, and then here we should have something called like miniconda. No, where is miniconda? Maybe under Anaconda. Okay, so Anaconda, like, so you'll find it under Anaconda, and here that's exactly what you need, the Anaconda prompt. So you click on this guy, it will open for you. See, this computer is slow, but that's fine. You can check your Python version, so Python version should, that's like now you want to you go to this tutorial's next step after you is like pip install JupyterLab. So you need to install like JupyterLab. So you can here pip install like Jupyter Lab. Yeah, and basically this will install like JupyterLab for you. After you install JupyterLab, to launch JupyterLab, you write JupyterLab. But this is not really convenient. Like each time you don't want to go to like your uh, desktop here, go to your start menu here, go to Anaconda prompt and write JupyterLab in order to launch it. So what we will be doing, I will show you how to create a shortcut for JupyterLab so that you don't need to go to Anaconda prompt and run it from there each time. And basically this will, so these are, let me get rid of this guy here. I'll bring it back when we are done. Uh, so basically these are like the steps how to create like a shortcut, and then your shortcut you can have an icon for it, like so it would look nice. So I put like an icon here. You can download this guy like this icon, and you can just save it anywhere you like on your computer. So I just saved it here, for example, like wherever you like. Yeah, save. So you save this icon, and then later you can use it to make your shortcut look nice. Yeah. Jupyter Lab is still like installing here because why it's still installing? Because he is collecting all these packages that you see here. So you see like how many packages are getting installed. That's why it takes time. So basically, the time you save in installing Anaconda, you spend some time in installing like these things on your own, because Anaconda will install JupyterLab for you. You didn't have to install, but this is easier. Still, this is still easier, and this still will save you time and will save you, more importantly, desk space, and you will have control over the packages that you will need. So here, see, it's installing like more packages done. Yeah, so we are doing good. So now, if you want to launch it, as I told you, like you write like Jupyter Lab, you write like Jupyter Lab, and if you did this, it will launch Jupyter Lab for you. Hey, this computer is slow, which is okay. Like your computer would be faster because this is like a low spec machine. It's not a high spec. Has like slow processor, small memory, small disk space, which is good. Yeah, but because that shows you that really you can run these tools in a very low spec machine. So now I have my Jupyter Lab. I can. This is, see, that's why I was telling you Jupyter Lab has all these extra feature. So one of these feature is like your file system here. So I could go to my file system here. I could so it has you can go to OneDrive or wherever you want. Okay. Uh, you can create here a new notebook. Let's say this is a code cell, so I can write 1+1. Then Control Enter, give you 2. If you want to add a new cell, you insert here. Let me change this to a markdown cell. So markdown cell would be here. And then now I can make a markdown cell. That's writing like this is like heading 1, for example. Yeah, heading 2, and then like let's say heading 3, and then this is a markdown cell. Okay, you see now you hit control enter, then you have like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and if you want to get back to it, you double click on it, then you can edit the cell, whatever. You can add an image. So let's say if I want to add an image, you can image. Yeah, if you want to add, like let's add this guy, for example. Like if you want to add this guy, you come here, control V. So I added 2 of him. Sometimes it does this. So you see I have an image. Yeah, so you can add an image, you can add a video, you can add whatever you want. Okay, So we did this already. Now let's see how to create a shortcut because we don't want to go to Anaconda prompt each time and do this. So like to create a shortcut, let me get rid of this. Let me close our JupyterLab now. We don't need this. Like we can close this guy. We can close this guy. Let me just remove this guy. So let me show you how to create a shortcut. So to create a shortcut, what you need to do, you come here, yeah, you drag this guy here. Okay, so now you have an Anaconda prompt. So this Anaconda prompt, like if you open it, you can write here whatever, but we don't want to open it. Like we want to come here and in the properties, like after this, what do I want to do? I want to launch JupyterLab. So you write like you write Jupyter Lab and then and exit. Okay, so you apply. Now this became like a shortcut to JupyterLab because it will open Anaconda prompt, it will launch JupyterLab, and then it will exit. So let's try this. So when I click on this guy, see now see it's JupyterLab is running. Started to call JupyterLab is running. Yeah, and now here I have my JupyterLab. So now I turn it. Here is telling you select the kernel. I will select the Python kernel. You can have, because remember JupyterLab has a graphical user interface for Python, for R, for Julie, for MATLAB, for Octave. So the kernel is, so here I'm using a Python kernel versus like if you want to use it for R, that would be an R kernel or a Julie kernel or whatever. Yeah. So that's it. Like we don't need this now. We just done with this step, so we don't need this now. We don't need this now. So let's close this. One more final thing, if you can change the name of this guy, so I can call it like Jupyter Lab now. If you want to change this thing to look nicer, you can just go here to again property and go to where you save the icon. Like go to here, change icon, and go to where you saved the icon previously. So I think I saved it. Oops, I cannot access this one. So let's see. Like let's do this again. Let's save it on somewhere else. So change the icons. Where's the icon here? So I have my create shortcut. Okay, let me save the icon somewhere in my C drive. That's where I can access it. So I can save image. Yeah. Let's see where this PC. I can go to the C drive. I can go to, I don't know. You can actually, there's a Anaconda here, but I don't know. Like, is there a miniconda here where I can save it under? Doesn't really matter. I can just save it here. Okay. So under program files, okay, it does not like to save it here. Maybe under user, I'll just save it here maybe. Okay. So now let's go to this guy, property, change icon, and then browse users. And then I will select this icon, and then OK, apply. So now it looks nice, yeah. And then after this, I could drag it here to my. So now I have now I have a shortcut. Like if I clicked on this shortcut, what it will do, it will launch JupyterLab for me. Yeah. So like I run this guy and see now it is launching JupyterLab for me. You see how it's working? Okay. So this is easy. Now the next step, let me close this. We don't need this. Okay, we don't. Let's go back here to our tutorial. Okay, so the next step basically would be to install the library that you will be using. Let me close this guy. So to do this, you again to install, you come here, you open an anaconda prompt, and then basically you just install this one by one. Yeah. So what do we have here? So we have here this guy, for example, you install it. Okay, so let me just walk you. So yeah, I mean, it will take time to install it. So basically, let me just walk you through this library. I mean, I'm not gonna install them here, but the idea is simple. You just type the name of see. So that one was installed. Let me do like pip install pandas. So these are the tools that you will use. NumPy, this is for scientific computing. This is similar to MATLAB. Um, matrix and array operation. Panda, that extend NumPy by making it labeled. So you have an array that's labeled, and this Panda, this is like kind of a programmable spreadsheet. So it's like an Excel, but a programmable Excel where you can, if you have millions of rows that you want to deal with, and that would like then you use this, for example. Matplotlib, that's for plotting, similar to MATLAB plotting. You can see from the name. Pip install, this will install some variable inspector. Here X array and cartopy, this is for gridded data libraries. So here, this extend basically Panda. If you have like a data, let's say it's 3D or 4D and it's changing its time and has latitude and longitude coordinate and time. So this is packages you use for this, and this file will generally have extension called like netcdf extension. Then these are some of the so we installed like Panda already. Let me do matplotlib. So you can do pip install matplotlib. Pip install matplotlib. Okay, and then this is for statistical analysis and machine learning, SciPy, Seaborn, StatMod, that's for statistical analysis, scikit-learn, that's for machine learning. So, and then Google Earth Engine. So Google Earth Engine, it has like a Python API. And through this Python API, you can go to Google Earth Engine site, like platform, and use it there with Python. But more interesting is that like through Gmap, you can bring Google Earth Engine to your notebook. Remember this notebook that I just showed you with JupyterLab? You can bring Google Earth Engine there. So we installed matplotlib. Let's do pip install numpy. Yeah, let's install like this guy. Uh, so the requirement already satisfied. Why? Because I installed Panda, and Panda require numpy to function. Let me do this guy also, the variable inspector. I'll just do them in order. Uh, so variable inspector, yeah. Uh, so the Gmap, like Google Earth Engine map, will bring Google Earth engine. So this was easy to install. Let's see, Xarray pip this tool Xarray. That might take some time. Will bring Gmap to your yeah. Oh, that was quick. Okay, so let's do netcdf like pip install netcdf4. Uh, Gmap will bring Google Earth Engine to your notebook, so you will have an integrated workflow basically. Okay, that was quick. Pip install car2py. So you see, I was able to install like most of what I need. It doesn't take much time to do it. Many of these packages, by the way, like if you would have installed Anaconda, many of these packages you would still need to install it in your own because Anaconda will not install like, for example, XArray, I think so, or Cartopy, I think, or some of these packages might not install them. Okay, so pip install scientific py. This is okay. And then finally is Jupyter AI. So Jupyter AI, this is an AI coding assistant. So it brings these language model like ChatGPT. It has so many of them. It has like tens of support, many of them. It can bring it to you. You can select like your coding assistant, and then it give you assistant as you are coding. And in this course, we will show you like how to use this assistant to help you to improve your coding. Okay, so I think I will like stop this video here. I don't want to make it too long, but what I highly recommend for you to do, so I did SciPy, what I highly recommend for you to, what I highly recommend for you to do is to learn how to use Jupyter. So go through this tutorial getting started with Jupyter. Click on this tutorial. It shouldn't take much time. And then what I also highly recommend for you to do is like zero to hero Python tutorial. So basically this will cover many of the things that we will be doing in this course. It will just give you a broad overview of topics that we'll be covering in this course, but you can do it in an hour or so. So that would be like the recommended next step. Let me just put this one before I end this video. Install stats models, pip install stats models, statistical models. So I think that's it for this tutorial, and uh, I will put this link down.